What's up, YouTube? I'm here with Mike, and guess what he's making? Gravy. Oh my goodness, that was perfect. I'm not even editing any of this out. So he's gonna make some gravy. So if you didn't watch it, I just uploaded a turkey video, which would probably be yesterday because I'm uploading this today. So whatever. So go look in my scroll through, find the turkey recipe. Watch turkey, so you can watch gravy. Because I got the same pot with all of the drippings from the 3 turkeys I made, and now it's gravy time. Hey Mike, have you ever made gravy before?
I've never made gravy before.
It's so easy, it's not even funny. So I had this in the fridge, so it's warming up now on the stove, and as soon as it gets hot, we're gonna make the gravy. But if you're making gravy, the day you make the turkey, your gravy, your stock is already hot, and you can go right from there. So we're gonna take 3 sticks of butter, which is 12 ounces, and we're going to put it in the pan. I'll turn it on for you. I'm going to go on a low, medium, low flame, about there. You got electric? Medium. We're just going to melt the butter. You know what a roux does?
No.
A roux thickens the liquid. So this is going to make it thick.
Gives it that creamy texture.
Yeah. You know, like when you get lumpy gravy, and because like someone made it on the stove, and they're just pouring flour into the drippings from the pan, that makes it lumpy. But if you do this first, not only do you get the richness of the butter, but you can avoid most of those lumps, all of those lumps, a lot of the lumps. Alright, so the butter's almost melted. We're going to put the flour in there. It's 12 ounces of flour to 12 ounces of butter. But there's something you need to know before you put it in there.
What do I need to know?
Roux is dangerous. It's super dangerous. It will stick and it will burn, so don't get it on your hand.
Okay.
It's like sugar, only worse.
Okay.
Maybe not as bad, because you can wipe it off, but it sticks and it burns.
Don't get
It's
it
like,
on your hand.
It's like napalm. It's serious. All right, and we're going to stir it with a spoon. Throw it right in, clump it in. It's fine.
Okay. All of it?
Yeah, you can start with that and get that a little mixed in. Alright, so as you can see, it's getting a little thicker. It's starting to smell like roasting nuts, which is delicious. We're going to take it to a light blonde color, which you probably might not be able to see with this lens, I can't tell. But it's still the same color as when it started. Okay, so what we want to do is it's going to go white, as you can see on the edges. It's a lot lighter, that's where the flour has turned white, and then it's going to start getting dark. So we're going to go for a blonde color. Here's the 20-second tip. You take your ladle, you put it in like this, you push down, and you let the grease fill it up. You don't go all the way to the top, and then you dump it in your jar. And you do that until you find stock. And I'll show you what stock looks like as soon as we hit stock. Alright, so that's what a white roux looks like. It's white. See how it went white? It went from that yellow butter color to that more of a whitish color. And it's starting to smell a lot like toasted almonds, which is exactly where you want a white roux. So now all we're going to do is cook it until it gets darker. So once it's like a blonde color, then we are going to turn it off and let it start to cool. I'm back here at the stock pot, and I've got a little layer of grease on top, but look what happens when I dip this in there. See how it's starting to get cloudy? See that cloudiness? That's where the stock is, okay? So I'm not going to take any more off because I want to make sure, A, I save all the stock, but B, I don't want to take all of the fat out of this. We're adding some fat with the butter, but we also want that rich mouthfeel. Too much, and it's greasy. Not enough, and it's thin and wimpy. Be confident. Now I'm just going to hold it here for a minute to let all of that stuff drain really well. Keep the dripping to a minimum. We will deal with that later. But right here, let me show you. Pot of turkey stock. Just so you know, when I did that, when I poured that, I turned the gas off. Do you know why?
Why?
Thank you. I was just going to give it a pause, but that's okay. Because if the grease dripped and hit that flame, we could have a flare-up. And we don't want flare-ups, okay? Two things that I always keep on hand whenever I'm making any gravy. I've always got some extra turkey stock. Because if you don't get enough juice out of the bottom of your turkey for all the gravy you need, well, you better have it. Or if you make your gravy too thick, you need to thin it out. It's always nice to have this, because thinning it out with water doesn't help you in the flavor department. I've also got this. If I make my roux, I mix it into my gravy, and it doesn't get thick enough, because I miscalculated, this is good. This is helpful. This is exactly what you need. I always do the roux for the consistency, the mouthfeel, and the look. And if I misjudge and I don't put enough thickening into it, if I don't get it thick enough, boom, cornstarch it a little bit. It's perfect. That looks like wet sand. Stir it when you push it back and forth. See how you get that wet sand look in there? But it's still a little thin. And that's good. That's good because we're going to add it to the liquid. And we're going to stir it. But first we got to temper it. And we're going to do that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off. We're going to let it cool for about 3 to 4 minutes. And we're going to get rid of that spoon and we're going to move to a whisk. Because sometimes when you're making gravy, you got to take a whisk. We got boiling stock. We got roux that is no longer boiling. What helps is having 2 people or someone who's not holding a camera do it. I'm holding the camera, so we're going to teamwork this thing. All right? So I'm going to take this much in my ladle, and Mike's going to stand ready with a whisk. He's going to let me pour it with his hand far away from the thing so that if it bubbles and splatters a little bit, he doesn't get hit with it, and then he's going to whisk it in. Here we go. Go. Just stir slowly. We're going to add a little more. See it getting thick?
Looks fantastic.
Perfect. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your other hand and grab the handle. You're going to pick it up. We're going to switch sides real quick. And you're going to pour it right in. Keep your distance. Don't splatter. You can scrape it right in with a whisk. Now start whisking. Can you touching the bottom?
Yep.
Good, because you want to touch the bottom, because the roux will settle to the bottom, because it's heavy. And if it settles to the hot bottom and the fire's on it, it'll burn. You don't want it to burn. So, gravy is right here. It's a little thin. It's a little pale. But we're going to fix that because we have some tricks, okay? I got a bowl. I got some cornstarch, which is in frame. That's good. And I got some turkey stock. So what we're going to do is for every tablespoon of cornstarch that we put in this bowl, we're going to put a tablespoon of turkey stock. Slurry, which is what we're doing here. You got to mix it with your fingers. Why do you have to mix it with your fingers? Because that's one of the weird chef rules. No, because you want to be able to feel that all of the cornstarch, there's no little balls of cornstarch, because then it comes out like tapioca pudding, and you do not want that. Get your finger right in there, and mix it up. While he's mixing, I'm going to show you this stuff. Alright, so here it is. So with one hand you're going to mix that, and then with the other hand you're going to whisk. So go. Right in. See how that got thick almost instantly? There you go. This stuff, you want to be delicate with. I'm going to go get something to drip it in while he's stirring that. Forget it, I'm going to use the cap. See how thick that is? It's like soup. We're talking drops. You can do a drop at a time. Right out of the cap. Oop. Drop. Drop. You just want to get to the color. You're doing this for color. People eat with their eyes. If it doesn't look like turkey gravy, they're going to be like, oh, that's not turkey gravy. Did you say we need to go darker?
Yeah.
Get a couple more drops. Alright, that was probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon right there. Thank you. Still some butter. I'd say a little more. We're going to go straight from the bottle now because we're going to be brave. There you go.
Oh, I think that's plenty.
I hope so. Ah, see, now it looks like turkey gravy. That's how perfect turkey gravy fell out.
Yep.
We got lucky.
That's beautiful.
Sometimes you do it like right. Sometimes you just get lucky. Okay, so this is going to come back to a boil. Once it comes back to a boil, we'll turn it back on and check the thickness because the cornstarch, it comes to a boil and then you gotta turn it to a simmer right away. Otherwise, it'll break out on you. A spoon, right? You dip it in, and then you drip it off. If it runs off in a straight line, coating the back of the spoon like that, you've got gravy. It's hot, that's why. I've been known to stick spoons right in people's mouths.
Delicious.
Good.
Exceptional.
Okay. You excited?
Yes.
Guess what? It's your new job on Thanksgiving. You gotta make the gravy.
Alright, I got the gravy.
Alright. So that's how you make gravy. It's super easy.
See, now, when you originally asked me to make gravy, you were going to come into some, like, biscuits, some sausage mixed in, and that's what y'all were going to get for gravy.
You were talking sausage gravy.
Yeah.
You want to talk sausage gravy. You want to make sausage gravy? Do you know how to make sausage gravy?
No.
Alright, so the next time we make gravy, we'll make sausage gravy.
Perfect.
Alright, so I'm going to teach Mike to make sausage gravy and biscuits. And I'm going to clean this floor.